carb loaded to the max. Stuffed. Guts about to explode. Ate a bunch of food, so we're good to go. I'm trying to find a good place to set this up where y'all can kind of see what I'm up to over here without messing up any of the other stuff here. I don't know if that right there will work for you. Yeah, maybe something like that. Make sure I get my electrolytes too. Kind of waiting a second for this pre-workout to kick in a little bit, and I'm gonna start doing some bent over rows. I'm gonna try a new, it's not necessarily new, but a new technique to a alternate row, like a I forgot what it's called. Not a fun. It's a certain type of row. I already forgot. I'm gonna put my keys over here. I'm gonna do a few things just to settle in, and then we'll get started. All right. Put my hat down. I guess I'll keep the. Ooh, I feel that beta alanine in that pre-workout hitting me pretty hard. Hit my little vape pen a little bit. Helps with the soreness and recovery. A little bit of hemp. If you're not into that, no worries. Do your own thing. But what I have here is not a whole lot of weight. It's not too crazy. It's like it's a heavy bar. This is like a 55-pound bar, I believe, something like that. 55. I'm not mistaken. It's like a reinforced bar. It's for heavyweight. Not that I have heavyweight on there, but it's meant for heavyweight. It's a pretty solid bar. And I got a little bit of cement weight on there and a little steel weight on the end, a couple plates. So I'm going to take most of this off when I do this new row here. So traditional row, not to call it a hinge row because it's not a hinge row, but to hinge, right? Or to brace your core, hinge your hips, and come on down. You grab the bar, and you're gonna bring it up, and this is an upright row like that, and tuck the elbows in like this, and just like that, and just work it out. You can just lift super heavy weight like that, and it'll really work. You can do it underhanded too. Go underhand like that, and just really work them lats. The one we're going to do is going to be really, really lightweight. Because I'm going to do it like, let me put my wallet over here. We're going to do it like Lee Haney does it. Where Lee Haney likes to lay like he hinges too. Like hinges, brace the core. And he likes to lay his stomach right on his thighs. And he likes to get in here with not a tucked elbow, but the wide elbow here. And he likes to go like this, like that, with like the elbows flared out. And we're gonna do that today, but we're gonna do it with really lightweight. Like I said, I'm still relaxing, easing into this. I have this is a teeny. If anybody is watching this, I have a teeny little YouTube channel. It's my own personal little YouTube. I don't make content or anything. I just post little things for myself. So if you are seeing this, feel free to skip around and stuff because I just figured I'd do this live. It saves me some of the work of editing and everything. I just do it live. Plus, a lot of people don't really like to do a lot of their workouts live. They'll do like a little workout. They'll do like a couple moves and a couple things or do some push-ups, but they don't really like to do real working work, like working sets on camera and everything. They don't like to do that. Mainly because they're worried about form. Me, I'm a beginner, so I don't really care. Everything I do is going to look bad. It's just like, a few things I got kind of down. But yeah, give me a second to gather myself. Feel free to skip ahead if you're watching this back. Skip ahead if you want to start. but I'm taking my time. It's gonna be heavy movements. I got sugar-free electrolytes. It's just a pack you get from Walmart for like $2. And it's electrolytes. It's not Gatorade. It's not dextrose. It's not. It's not even close. It's apples and oranges. You know, Gatorade is like, even if you get sugar-free Gatorade, it's still maltodextrin, dextrose. And it's all fake sugars and stuff. You know, but this is literally just, it's just, you know, potassium and sodium and things like that. So it's just good electrolytes with no sugar in it, the pure stuff. I'm just taking my time because I like to vape. I like to do a little vaping. I'm not going to vape on camera, but I like to do just a little bit of vaping when I'm bulking because I try to put my body through a lot of stress. It's because like the stress that you put on your body is what's going to signal, like that catalyst that signals, you know, signals to the body, hey, freaking grow, right? Like you can work out, do all that stuff, but you got to like put your body through stress to make it change. And so a little bit of vaping, it helps with stress and stuff like that. So, and relaxing the body. I'm super sore, but we're gonna hit it. Got plenty of pre-workout in us. I want to do some T-bar row too. I really don't need anything for my like middle back. I just got to do my wings. The things, I'll tell you everything I'm focused on right now is my wings. I'm worried about, not worried about, but concerned with bringing out my wings with some length and some width, right? I have the thickness. I have a lot of thickness because I do a lot of like a lot of compound movements. Most of my movements are heavy compound, real fucking like explosive movements. So I have like a lot of like thickness to my muscles, and then I'll do like a lot of like cable cross and stuff like that. So I have like a lot of, you know, definition, all these veins and some thickness. But I'm trying to widen it up. I like, especially with the delts, which my delts, I try not to work my delts that much at all, very lightly, because my delts will explode. They literally just go, and like I end up like, people used to ask me like, why are your shoulders so huge? So I literally almost never train them, and I like that they're staying somewhat small because it gives me a more classic physique where I don't look like this big bodybuilder walking around with huge square shoulders, and it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing. It looks pleasing when you have someone who just looks fit, strong, healthy, big chest, right, and a skinny little waist. That's what I want. So, but when you start getting those boulder shoulders, you go more into like that late 90s bodybuilder look where it's all just like mass gainer. It's all about just mass monsters. I like that. I like the golden era of bodybuilding was smaller. It wasn't small shoulders. It just wasn't overdeveloped shoulders. So it was just good, solid shoulders, but then just huge tricep, like just huge arm, huge chest. You know, decent legs, but the legs weren't even like they didn't have that X frame thing going on like in the late 90s. It was a very like slender, like a top, like just big up top and slender down into like a nice slender legs, whatever. With good calves though. And that was the golden era thing, and that's what I want. I really like the golden era. But I will start cranking up the shoulders. But I'm not going to crank the shoulders up any further or do anything crazy with them until I can catch up the biceps, which are my weaker points. So like the biceps, triceps blow up quick, so I'm not too crazy with them. But once I blow up the biceps, get everything to kind of catch up, especially with the wings, then I'll go ahead and I'll start pushing out the delts. I'll crank out the work because those just blow up quick. Same with the calves. Like I'm not going to like, my calves are pretty much just either the bike work or just like a little bit of standing calf raises with the forearms because these are things that will blow up quick on me. While my chest and my biceps will take like people who have skinny calves, they just cannot grow their calves. Like I'm like that with my biceps and my chest. So I have to punish my chest and punish my biceps to get them to grow. Like I have to hit my biceps like four to five times a week if I'm gonna make them grow. So I'm starting to feel the beta alanine hitting just a teeny bit. So we're chilling. Like I said, I'm a nobody. I ain't got no viewers in here, so I'm just chilling, relaxing. I'm just gonna do my thing. So, and if anybody wants to watch us back, that's cool. And I appreciate those people who do. That's cool. Like I said, I'm not a content creator. This is my own little personal stuff. I do want to eventually become like a fitness person. I just got to keep doing it. I got to keep getting fat and skinny, fat, skinny, fat, skinny, and do these processes. I liked having abs and all that stuff, but I'm trying to put the weight on, so I'm starting to get a little thicker around the stomach and everything like that. But it's worth it because I can feel like all my muscles are getting like real hard. Like I feel heavy. It feels really good. So we'll bulk. We'll do a light bulk. I wouldn't call it a lean bulk. There's no such thing as a lean bulk, but I'm definitely gonna bulk without doing it like in a ridiculous manner, you know. Let's get this. Cinder, baby. Oh, I see, baby. Oh, baby. That's Sinners. You guys remember Cinder? Those of you who were around for the old live streams, you remember my cat Cinder. It's not my cat, it's like a family cat. My little cat. Alright, here we go. This is probably too heavy to start with. I haven't warmed up or anything, and I'm sore. And this is all the weight I even got, so this is going to be the max weight for this. So let's just get freaky. Let's just see what happens. Do, do, do. Hit, hit. Do, do, do. So I see a lot of people do this and they kind of just like heave it around. People can get confused by seeing this. What's actually happening is you're lifting it up, getting it ready, and you're bringing it like, you don't bring it to your chest. You kind of just swing your elbows back. Like you're not going like this. You're anchoring the elbows back like it's like a machine. But when you do this and you're sliding it back like this, you want to kind of go for that belly button right there. But as I drop it down, I'm not going like this. I drop it down like this and I stretch my back. I'm stretching and I come up. So it's still this movement, but I stretch here. So it looks like you're going like this, but it's just a nice stretch and a pull. It's really good. Yeah. We'll do a few of these for a warm-up. Yeah, let's do it. Whew. Ooh. Ooh. an upright row. That felt really good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna spend the whole day out here. I'm not gonna lie. That was probably the best feeling row I've ever done. Felt really, really good. Like I feel like there's an outline of my lats on my back. Like someone just holding my lats. It feels so good. Let's not go too crazy. My stomach is filled to the brim. Been eating so much food for this bulk. This winter bulk has got to be right, because when I trim down for months, I need to have so much built up that by the time I'm trimmed down, I don't lose that muscle. I lost a little muscle on this last cut. This last cut was good. I call it an extremely successful cut. It felt great. In the very end, I think I took the cut just a teeny bit too far, but I didn't know. I didn't know really where it was like supposed to be, because I'd never been there in my own personal life. And so like now looking back, I probably could have stopped the cut like 2 or 3 days early, but that's perfect. I'm nitpicking, you know what I mean? Like that cut was like flawless. In the end, it looked like I was losing like some of my shoulder, and like I was losing a little bit of mass and everything, but it was so minimal. It was so minimal. That's what I'm saying. This time I want to bulk up, get so much freaking meat on my bones. Pause. I want to get so much muscle on me that when I do all this cutting for the fat, that even if I do lose a little bit of muscle, I still have so much more that have been gained from the year's worth of work from bulking and cutting. Let's do it. Woo! I felt freaking good. This stuff's way easier to do when you got that huge gut. When you got that huge gut, man, and you just freaking got all the extra reserve energy. I'm not gonna lie, I miss being a little chunky, because when I was a little chunky, I just I don't know, it's hard to explain. You have like so much more strength. It's weird. Like natural strength where you don't need to if you're fat, you don't even need to work out. You just have like so much like berserk fat rate. It's weird. But it's just all that stored glycogen that's just like ready to go. It just never gets used because there's so many carbs being loaded into like the average individual. But I'm doing the same thing but working out. So should end up being pretty good. Pretty chunky. I want to lift this up. I hate that reverse tape. I hate looking at myself where I'm looking up my legs at my gut, like trying to look up my gut at me. It just gives a horrible aesthetic when trying to frickin' do any of this stuff. There we go. It's still like looking up. I'm like looking straight down. Like it's looking up my gut at me. I'm like, I already don't have the greatest taper, and it's like making it look even worse. Let me put this somewhere. Oh, let's put this there. It'll be alright. It'll be good enough, whatever. I'll just have to look bad for a while. There you go. We'll do one more set of these. do one more set of these, and then we'll move on to that row I was telling you about. Because this is for the lower back. Like this right here is like the upright. I mean, not even really, because with the upright row, like the way you hit, like you can really the upright row hits like your entire back, really. If we're gonna be honest, it just doesn't really like target the upper back the upper back that well. Like you can kind of get like the rhomboids, you know, and stuff like that because you're right here, right? With like that, like the traps, like the like all this at the top right here. That's when you want that freaking for like the rear delts and all that. That's when you want that. It's not a straddler. I forgot what it's called. It's forgot the kind of row it is. But it's a row that I pretty much see nobody ever do. I kind of actually want to do it right now. And I'm probably just going to use some steel weight. Okay. See, this weight isn't that much. This weight's pretty light. These little plates are like like 7.5 pounds each or something like that. I don't remember. And then I have the steel ones too, though. The steel ones are a little different. Oh yeah. Set these to the side. And I've never tried this row, so we're gonna try it right now. I've done it with. I know what this is. Like, I know what this is supposed to be, like in terms of barbell version of a dumbbell row. Like I'm familiar with this. This is like that. I don't even know what they're called. I used to call them V-taper rows, because the first time I ever went into a supplement shop, the guy tried to tell me, he was like, take dumbbells, and he's like, and bend over straight flat. And he's like, and just go like this. It's gonna give you a taper. In hindsight, looking back, I don't know what the hell that guy was talking about, because that's just gonna give you the shoulder. It's gonna work your upper back and your rear delts. That's fine to me though. I guess they pull your shoulders back. Maybe it does accentuate it. But let's put this on. This is super lightweight. So like I said, 10 pound. This is just 5 and 5. 10 pounds, 10 pounds, and then the bar is like 55 or 60. It's not a 45-pound bar. It's a heavy one. I think this one's like it's not the hollow ones. It's like the solid one. So here we go. So let's see if we can get this right. So it's going to be. Here we go. Get this lined up very nice. All right, let's see what we can do. Up. Straight over and straight flat. As level with the ground as we can get. And I want to go real wide with it. I'm going to go real wide, just like this. I'm going to go real slow. This is way too low the weight. I got to get the weight there. To be honest, I kind of like to stretch more. I would want to do this, but on top of something. I got an idea. Come on, let me cook, chat. Let me cook. Just let me cook for a second. Just let me cook, chat. Now that I think of it, I think I've seen people do this before. So it's not like I just thought of it right now, but I think it's because I've seen it before, but just with a different workout. All right. Hey. Let's bring this forward a little bit. I hit a couple poses real quick. All right, here we go. All right. Make sure I got these crocodilians on real nice before I did. Hoppa! Or do. Just like this. Oh, I need to be like right about there. Yeah. But wide grip. I'm gonna go wide grip. Okay, so this is the new one here. I need more weight on here though. I don't even. I can't feel it. I like really lightweight, but there's like zero weight on there at all. Just put it. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit more on here. I don't have time to keep putting all the things on there. Let's try this again. Yep. Up. Up. Nice and level. I like it. Up. And this is why I said with the upright row, the elbows go in like this, right? This way or this way, either way, but you're going like this, right? The elbow's in. See? But with these, you're going elbow out like that. That's the difference. So, and then obviously you're bringing your chest down. So here we go. Lock the core. Nope. Down we go. Nice and wide, right about right there. Oh yeah, right about right there. Oh, oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. I'm trying to go to my neck, not my chest. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh man. Initial reaction? Yes. Secondary reaction? Yes. Try. That's a hard word. Reaction? Yeah. Man, this one made me sweat. Damn, I look good right there. I'll leave that for someone else to say. At least I'm happy with it. Everyone can always look better. Let's get them look better. But I'm not gonna lie, I feel good. Let's do one more. Oh yeah. I like to get real freaking low like this. It should be like this, but I like getting real low like that. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the mind to muscle connection right there. Stretch right there. Stretch, relax. It'd be good to go like under tension, but this is a hard movement. That little. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a killer. I'm not gonna lie. That's a killer right there. Damn. That's an insane row. I should have been doing them the whole time. All right, let's do a few more rows after we first hit. A little bit of that action right there. All right, let's go. Electrolytes. I'm telling you, that steel weighs more than the plastic and rubber. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but your boy is fully pumped. Time to move on to shoulders. Actually, to be honest, I want to do a little T-bar action. Now, normally I do a whole different type of work day, like with back. I do back and shoulder. Normally I'm doing like the dumbbell. I do like a lot of pull down movements. Today I'm doing doing like barbell movements, just heavy compound movements for some because this is mass gaining, so we're trying to mass gain. So let's see how this feels real quick. I don't know about all that. I may have to just. I thought I brought my. I didn't bring the dumbbell piece out here. I was gonna do like just isolated rows, but we're gonna do this instead. Take off this extra weight here, and we're gonna finish up with. I'm thinking some shoulder presses, and then maybe a Cuban press. Yeah, I'll show you how I do it. Oh damn! Oh shit! Sorry, I was looking at the mirror though. Okay, I mean the imagery. But let's do it like this. There we go. Let's get these bad boy shoulders warmed up. I got my press wrong. There we go. I was like, man, my press feels wrong. I didn't realize how close my hands were. That's why. Like I said, I don't do shoulders too much because they blow up too quick. Yeah. Just real light Cuban press. Work on the form. It's going to help bench too. Up all the way parallel, right? And go all the way up. Oh, yeah. Still parallel. That's all the way up here. And people always drop right here. But here goes. Ooh. Ooh, boy. Nice and slow. Well, try this right here. Oh! Okay. Oh! Ooh, I lost a little control of it on that one. Just like that. Now, what we're going to do next, I'm going to press it right above my head. like I said, I keep the shoulder movements really limited because my shoulders, from being in Taekwondo, being a backpacker cross country for most of my life, my shoulders just they literally just go boom, instant boulder shoulder. So I have to be really careful. I go really light. I do like heavy movements. I'll do like one set. I consider this like a heavy movement because it's a lot of pressing and stuff, as opposed to like the dumbbell ones where I'm like the dumbbell flies with the dumbbell side delt flies. I'll like lean on something and I'll lean over, so I'll be leaning over, so this leg won't be here, but I'll be leaning like this so I can get more range of motion, and I go behind my back with the dumbbell, turning it this way, and I go behind my back with the dumbbell like this as I'm grabbing on something, and then I go like this, and I pull my wrist down, and I pull my hand away from me as I pull it up. Shouldn't be able to go all the way up. If you can go all the way up, it means you're using your traps. So that's why if you go like this, you'll be using your traps. But if you turn the hand down and push your wrist forward like this and then go up, it pulls like that shoulder out, and it makes it where you can only use your delt. You can't use your trap. So you literally cannot raise your shoulder more. For me to use my shoulder more, I have to literally engage my trap to pull it up. So that's why I take the dumbbell. I just go like this, and I lean. I go just like this, and I go boom, just like this. And that's as far as you can go, just like this, like that. Remember, when you go above shoulder height, you've lost that tension. So I go like here, and I go here, and I pull it behind my back to keep the tension on the shoulder. It's amazing. I'm gonna have to do the dumbbell stuff when I go back inside, but just the main part of the compound movements I wanted to kind of show you. So even with this, these are all the shoulder stuff. I go super, super light. We're not here to do ego stuff. I'm not a power lifter. I'm a bodybuilder, right? So I'm gonna go just like this. Pull it up right here. Right here. I'm just gonna press it. Oh, feel like that. Oh. I want that to be nice and wide, just like that. Don't worry about form as much as I want you to worry about the tension. Like don't rest. Don't go rest, boom, rest. But don't do that. Like press it hard. So hard presses, relax and let it come down, float down. Press it, let it 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 float down. Boom, like that. Okay. Oh boy. And that's gonna be it. Because like I said, I don't like to do too much shoulder stuff. Not yet. But I gotta get everything else to catch up first. The same way that I don't go like insane. Like I'm not sitting there with tears in my eyes going like that, like doing my legs, because my legs are ahead of the game, right? It's my chest that I'm over here going, my biceps where I'm like, because that's the stuff that I need to grow. And I want to be proportionate. I don't want to be like those guys who have huge chest, huge arms, and pencil legs. You know what I mean? It's not. Most bodybuilders will tell you, they'll be like, oh, wow, you got a great chest, big arms? Yeah. Oh, you got the skinny waist? Nice. Okay. What kind of wheels do you got? Because anybody can have something up top, right? Everybody has something up top, some kind of arms or shoulders or maybe a back. Like everyone's got something up top. But if you're going to go far, you need to have not only a proportionate package or like the complete package, you need a proportionate package as well as complete. So like I can be like, oh man, my legs are huge, they look great. I'm like, okay, do they match your forearms? Like if I look at my legs, right, when we look at my legs and we look at my arms, my legs look like they go with these arms. They don't look like they're like if I look at somebody's arms and their chest with them with their skinny waist, and they're going like this, and they look huge. And then I show somebody else, then I show that person the picture of their legs separate, and then I just show a bunch of different stuff, and I'm like, which legs go with this person's body? They would never guess, because it doesn't match. So the same way that aesthetic doesn't look right, when you see someone, or like how I was before, when I got out of shape and everything, I was a little chunky, pencil arms, but had huge, monstrous legs. You know what I mean? Like, I got freaking ridiculous legs. I had that before, but I had pencil arms. So it looked the same way, it looked ridiculous. But some people have the big arms and big chest and little legs. And you have to have everything proportionate. Your chest, your arms, like the shoulder. Like, let me give you a different example. Somebody can have great chest, right? Skinny. They have great legs too, right? But their shoulders are ridiculous. Boulder shoulders. They got absolute boulder shoulders, but got absolutely zero bicep, zero tricep, but they have boulder shoulders and King Kong forearms. It looks weird, you know? Like, you don't want someone who has massive shoulders, they look super wide, and then pencil arms. You know what I mean? So it's like, you want everything to be proportionate to each other. I'm soon going to start bringing up the shoulders. What I'm saying is, like, I don't even work out shoulders and they're this big. Like, I do work them out. I'm saying I don't. What I'm saying is, like, I don't crank them out. Like, I go through the repetitions every single back day, which is twice a week. I'm doing, like, lateral raises, or I'm doing, like, the Cuban press, or I'm just doing, like, I'll sometimes do, like, the heavy dumbbells, or I'll do this a lot, where I'll be sitting down in my chair. I'll show you, actually. I don't have I can show you without the dumbbells, but I'll give you an example with these here. So I go like this. I sit at the edge of the chair. I'm not back in the chair. I'm here at the edge of the chair, and what I do is I go just like this, and I put I'll have like the weights, however you want to grab them, right here, doesn't matter. But I bring them in and I touch them together. I don't smack them and bounce them, but I come in, I touch them, and I lean forward. I touch them, lean forward, and I lean back. And when I lean back, I don't go all the way back, but I lean from here to here, and I come up like this. I just go boom, and this is how I hit them. I'll probably hit these right here. Boom, like this. I go here, boom, like that. And I do this so that I'm not using my traps, and if you look, my hands are not coming up here above my shoulder line. When they go above the shoulder line, then you start using your traps and you lose the tension on your delts. So I come here, I lean forward, I smack, and that little teeny bit is just a little bit of momentum that I need to kind of cheat, right? Now you can sit there and try to go like this, but now I'm using my forearm, I'm using my biceps, like I'm doing all this extra stuff. So to get a nice relaxed isolation of just the delts, I go here, I relax, I lean forward, I go bam, just like that. Boom. Jay Cutler, baby. Bam. Jay Cutler. Wow, right here. Wow, this feels freaking amazing. And it looks like I'm going kind of high because of the angle of the camera, but I am not. My elbows are not going above my shoulder or my hands, but my hands are curled forward. So it looks like my hands going up, but my hands are actually curled forward like this, like in this motion. But looking at it underneath makes it look like my hands are up. They're not. We'll do a side angle too so you can see. But it's going on just like this. There you go. Oh yeah. Come in between my legs and here. Wait, let's stop and turn to the side so you can see what it looks like inside. Just like this. Let me turn around this way. Just like that. And I'll take this, and you'll be able to see what I'm doing a little better here. Alright, here we go. Just like this. Move out the way. All right. Ooh. Just like that. I go in here. Just like that. Now, normally I have dumbbells, so this is like a little awkward, but just to kind of give you somewhat of an idea here. Click them. I'm really just getting the rhythm here. And it's all about the blast up. It's like that blast up, slowly ride down, and never hit a pause at the bottom. That's probably the best technique, or like the best piece of advice when doing this is explode up, but ride it down, and before you hit the bottom, explode up again. So you never want to relax and then go up. You don't want that, right? You never want to have a relax. Like some people go, do, and they'll go, ooh, do, and they're, oh, relax, do, relax. No, you don't want that. You don't want to relax at the bottom. You keep that tension at the bottom by going, do, and you ride it, and you go, do, like that. That's why I get right about here, and I go, boom. But I'm squeezing these delts just right here, like right here. The whole entire time I'm squeezing them. These aren't that heavy. So it's like, this is only like 7 pounds. I usually have about like at least 15, 20 pounds. Sometimes I go a little heavier. But this is such lightweight that I don't feel any tension when I'm doing this right here. But when you have enough heavy tension and you're holding these here, you're gonna feel it in here when you go like this, and it's almost like a nice stretch under tension. And you go up like this, and you go down like this, and you just slow it down. And you just ride it down like that, like that, and you go like that, just like that. And that's it. We don't want to go. We kind of went crazy on the. Oh man, look at that. Yeah. Okay, so that we got regular, just the regular delt raises, but that's good. We're not doing anything else. I'll do calf races. So I'll get on the thing. We'll do this next. We'll do the whole gym, improvised gym day. I can't really do too much recording or lives at the Planet Fitness because there's just always so many people there. If I do a live stream or anything like that at Planet, it would have to be like at the late night, which I'll probably end up doing. I was thinking about doing it because I really want to show you guys the cable crosses. Not going like this and going under here and doing like this right here, but I'm talking about cable crosses where you come out here and you go from shoulder and you go like this, and then you turn the thumbs in like that, and you get that crazy chest thing, whatever. But let's finish up here. So that's about what? It was like 45 minutes, right? So yeah, look at the time. I did the major while talking too. I did all this talking, all this extra stuff, explaining, and it still has only been 45 minutes basically for the main core stuff, which is about, like 25, 30 minutes. Really about 30, you want about 30 minutes for your main muscle group, like the back, or even less. I do like 20 minutes on like the back, that's probably what I did. And then you spend like another, to be honest, yeah, like 30 minutes on back, and then about 15 minutes on shoulders. Really kind of like less. I spend like between 35 minutes like on back, and then about 10 to 15 minutes on shoulders because I'm not really going crazy on them. And then I'll spend about 10 minutes or less just cranking out a couple, like one set of calves, one set of forearms, and that's about it. So the first thing I usually do is I go to the ab machine, and I'll do like the ab stuff. I'll go like this. We'll do that last because I don't want to get all dirty. Laying on the ground is the only option, and I don't want to get my clothes all dirty. So we start with the calves, and when I'm doing the calves, I start cranking. So the trick is, what I do is I'm grabbing a hold of all this cash that's on the table and snatching it up, and it's mine, like that, right? So I'm snatching up, and it's mine, and then I turn my fists down, because what you're simulating is like a pull down. So you have like the cables, and you take the cables and you're going like this. You're just cranking that stuff out so that you can get that meat in there. You see what I mean? So you just kind of you take it and you just go so that's what I'm doing. Or I'll take. I got something special for you for the forearms. So I'll show you this. Check it out. We're gonna go right here, and I'm gonna step right on these right here. And this is my calf machine. My calf machine is here, and I'm gonna go just like this, nice and slow. Now there's 3 different ways you can do this. This way, right? This way, and this way. I'm telling you right now, just step on it normally. You want to just build the mass before you start carving it and shaping it. Just build the main mass of the muscle group. Worry about all the extra stuff later on down the road. So we're gonna go like this, and if you look in the back of my hands here, like this, I'm cranking it up. The same thing as a pulley. So if you don't have a cable system to do the pull downs, the calf cranker pull downs, right, like this, then you use a barbell or a dumbbell behind your back. It's easier for, I don't know about a dumbbell, but for the barbell, you go behind your back like this. I like to lift it up and aim my hands. You see my fingers? I like to aim my hands this way. I don't like to aim my hands this way. It's hard to crank. You only get so much range of motion that way. So I turn my wrist this way because then I can crank my wrist even more when I go like that than I can like this. It's too hard, like it hurts my wrist. But if I turn my hand this way, I can get it even more. So that's why I turn my fingers and point them out away from my body while I'm still grabbing it, but I point my hands away. I go like this, okay? So I go like that, get right up on the edge here, and inch my way up onto the edge, and I'm gonna start cranking these out. I lift it up, I start cranking it, and I go just like this, and I do both. I do my calves and my forearms at the same time. I just go just like this. Real simple stuff. I can even get my quads in there too if I wanted, but get right up on there. And I go just like that. I want to. It's a little bit harder in these freaking Crocs because I'm sliding around, trying not to fall down. But if you're just in shoes or barefoot, it'd be better. I'm just gonna go like one set, just like this. Ooh, yeah, these shoes. Yeah, these Crocs are a little silly, but just like that. And I like to get, I might have to do 2 of these plates here, but I like to get that good deep stretch, go all the way up, just like that. But this right here, that's good. And I just set it down like that, right behind you. That's it. Oh, and then for the abs, when I lay down tonight, I might do just a couple ab things or something. I don't know, maybe some ab crawlers or something before I sleep. But for the most part, I don't want to get on the ground right now. So I'll do body twists. So just like this. And all I'm doing is, I got this from Taekwondo. So all you're doing is opening up your hip. That's what this is doing. So you're opening up your hip so that you can actually turn your body. So that's why we turn. We go like this, and then we push off with this foot, and we lift this up so that you can lift your body up. Because if you go like this, you can't get the full turn. You lift your body up, and you get the rest of it. So open up, lift, and turn. But the turn is not with your shoulders. The turn is with your gut. So when you do this, you use your gut, and you turn, and then you come back like this. So that's a body twist. So I go just like this. I go. Which is hard. All of this is kind of hard to do in these Crocs. I'm probably not going to do this again. So I go just like this. But what I'm doing is, like, I'm not just kind of like just turning and swaying. Like, I'm leading with my core. So my core is tightening, and I'm twisting and pushing this part of my gut this way. So I'm going. So I go like this, and I go. because that's what the core is supposed to be doing, right? So I'm taking my core to stabilize and turn myself. Right? And we would do this in Taekwondo to give you a nice hard core. So, like that. And you can put your hands up like this. You can even do the bow staff one, which is like this. And you're going to really turn your chest like this. You go, and then back. But that's from Taekwondo. That's like someone's trying to hit me with a bow staff. You see what I mean? Like you're getting your body out of like the way of the bow staff because they're trying to go. So when they go like that, you're turning your body to the side off the center line, which makes it go right here, and then you can sit there and go, do whatever. Smack their stick down. Smack them, poke them in the eyes. I don't know, whatever you're gonna do. But that's about it. Yeah. So calves, forearms, and then abs. Done. That was like a real silly light version of those three, but you know, when you're in the gym, you have more efficient way to crank out each of those three. I'm gonna get these weights, everything back inside. I just want some really zinc marijuana butts. Feel pretty good. That was actually a really good back workout. Really, just because of the rows. The rest was kind of like ass, like because it's not going to be the same as a gym. But if you have nothing and you're starting, this is all like really good stuff. Me, I'm not sitting there just trying to build mass. I'm trying to get like muscle maturity, a bunch of stuff. Like I'm trying to do some advanced stuff right now, but looking pretty good. I'm supposed to be bald. Everyone's gonna think I'm lying. I'm actually bald. I don't know why it looks like I have hair there. Dang, it looks like I got hair there. That's weird. I'm actually, don't believe what you guys see. I'm actually bald. But yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to go live for the workout. That's under an hour, and that was like a nice heavy. I wouldn't really call it heavy because I usually do a lot more weight than that, but for me being like really sore today and like wanting to take today off, I convinced myself to come out here and do some bent over rows. The thing is, bent over rows, most people don't do bent over rows. They like to do like pull downs. They like to have like very like minimal effort where they don't really do anything. You know, like they don't want to struggle at all. They want to kind of just get some free work, like free workout type of stuff where I'll do a couple push-ups. Yeah, that'll give me a cross-striated chest. No, it's not. No, you can't just sit there and just like do little silly workouts and stuff. Like if I did like this type of stuff every day, like besides the barbell movements, those barbell rows were like real sweet. They were really good, but like all that other stuff where I'm just doing like little. Like using the dumbbell pieces to do like those side delt flies seated, right? Like that's not really that great. Like I need some actual weight on there and be like cranking it and like catching it, cranking it and catching it. You know, like I was like losing tension at the bottom when I normally shouldn't if you have the correct weight. You know what I mean? So, what's up, kitty? I gotta show you guys my cat. Wow. Oh, baby. Yeah. Damn, bro. Damn. Yeah. Do you think? Alright, that's probably gonna be it for me. I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna relax, do my thing. Still got that beta alanine coursing through my veins. I may go do some video gaming. But that's gonna be about it for me. We're still under an hour. What can I say? We're amazing. We're doing good. But I'm gonna bring all my weights back in. I'll probably be back in the normal gym tomorrow for some legs. I hit legs again. We're doing legs twice a week. So, and that's not including calves. Calves I hit 4 times a week on days like now. Usually I have like the calf press machine. So I'll sit there and I'll be like, I have like an actual weighted thing, and I'll be cranking out my forearms while I'm sitting there pushing, like while I'm sitting in this calf machine raise thing. I'll go boom, I'll raise those out. But I'll, like, as soon as I'm done my main workout, I'll run straight to the back room, and I'll get on the ab machine, and I'll crunch out my abs to failure like 2 or 3 times to like 12 to 30 reps, and just make sure my whole gut is like cramping up and making me like not able to walk, and I'm like convulsing and stuff. That's how I like to hit my abs, and I like to hit it like in under like 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes, I'm done with both machines. Like I'll do that one, and I do the body twists after, because the body twists aren't as hard as the crunches. The crunches are more like explosive movements. The other one is more of like a toning, just like you get the striations. The other one is the mass builder. The crunches are like the mass builder. So that's basically what I'm doing, is trying to build some serious mass and everything. But yeah, so abs. As soon as I'm done hitting those abs, I'll get up and I'll start get on the calf machine, and I'll hit the calves, and I'll just like go to failure on the calf machine while hitting my forearms at the exact same time. So within like 3 minutes of hitting those calves, like 3 minutes later. Now, if you have suffering in your calves and they're a stubborn muscle, you need to really spend like at least 10, 15 minutes on that calf machine, 10 minutes or so, which sounds like a lot, but it'll fly by really quick. Basically, it means like you need to be doing like 3 to 5 sets, more in the 5-set range. Me, I'll do like 2 sets because my calves are kind of crazy, and I'm always biking and doing all kinds of stuff, so I don't really need to go crazy with the calves. I just kind of hit them and make sure I'm hitting them, and I'll do like 1 set to failure. Maybe I'll do like 2 sets. If I feel like it, I'll do like 3 quick sets to like 8 to 12 without hitting failure. It just depends, but I try to just do it real quick and be done. Because the main workout, let's say like today is back day, right? So it's back pull, shoulders push, right? So at least 30 minutes. It should be like 20 to 30 minutes. I say about 30 minutes. 30 minutes for back, 15 minutes for shoulders. That's 45 minutes, right? And then you got another 15-minute window left to go hit calves, abs, and forearms. That's 5 minutes apiece, with time in between to hit each station, right? So it's 5, 10, 15. That's 3, with 3 different things to do. So you can literally, as you see, do every single one of your workouts, your main muscle group with the most amount of time, the secondary biggest muscle group, which is shared, the big group with the small group, right? Those are paired, so more time for the bigger, less time for the smaller. Then you're gonna have the accessories. I call them accessories because they're not a muscle group that you're hitting. They're just accessories that you're adding to the day. Like same thing like you would add cardio. You don't say like, oh, today's cardio day. No, every day is cardio day. Those are just like accessories. I mean, you'll like not necessarily like every day is cardio day, but like any day can be cardio day is what I mean, right? I'm kind of losing my chain of thought. Basically, let's go back a little bit here. Basically, what I'm saying is they're small accessories: calves, forearms, and abs, right? Because they're all the same thing. You have arms, legs, and a torso, right? The torso is like your back and your chest, and then you have arms and legs. So you have calves, forearms, and abs all being the same thing, but for the different muscle groups. So calves are the forearms of the legs. And then the forearms are the calves of the arms. If that makes sense, right? But now the abs, they're the forearms or the calves of the torso. Does that make sense? So now you have a specialty contraction part of each muscle group or each part of this section of the body, right? Arms, legs, torso. Each one of those 3 has its own like little accessory contractor muscle, right? the abs, the forearms, and the calves. So with all three of those, you hit those every other day. So every other day, you get a rest day, hit it again, rest day, hit it again, rest day, hit it again. But on your major days, like your major day for legs, you're not doing calves. Your leg day is your quads and your hams. Only that. It's not but you don't do anything else with it. And then when you do then you have another torso day, and then you have a rest day. So it's every other day. So you never hit torso twice in a row, right? You're not going to hit back day, and then the next day, time to hit chest. And you're especially not going to hit like 2 torsos in a day. You don't go, oh, I'm going to hit chest and back today. That's like a very amateur thing to say. Like, no, like, you'd be uneducated if you said, like, I'm going to hit chest and back today. Right? I'm going to hit some bench press and then hit back. You're hitting torso movement. That doesn't make sense. I got to sneeze. Hold on. Right? So not only do you want to mix a large body part with a large muscle group with a smaller muscle group, not only do you want to mix the bigger with the smaller, right? Like chest and bicep. I mean, like chest and shoulder, because they're different movements, right? Chest and then, I said it right the first time. Chest and bicep, which is chest pushing movement, bicep pulling movement using different ligaments. So that's a better, that's a good split. So that's a good split because then you have 2 things that don't use the same ligaments, tendons, stuff like that, and 2 different type of movements. And then one being the big part, the chest, and then you have the biceps, the little part. So you're mixing big and little, so that you're not leaving out any of the small, like accessory type of stuff. And then the very next day, so like if I do chest and my arms, right? Because chest is using your triceps anyway. It's still a pushing movement, a pressing movement. So you're using your triceps. So when you do chest push, bicep pull, you're still doing arms. So it's basically chest and arms. And then when you're done your chest and arms day, then you basically just be like, okay, now I just got to hit calves, abs, and forearms real quick. That's it. Calves, abs, and forearms in your cardio. I ride my bike to the gym normally. I'm gonna have to run. I'll have to do a run tonight for my cardio because I don't feel like going anywhere. But basically, the next day will be legs. So it's not even gonna be the torso. Hey. So it's gonna be a completely different part of the body. So I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, my chest is sore and my biceps are sore. Let me go do back the next day. That doesn't make sense. You see what I mean? Like, why would I hit back the next day when the back is a pulling movement and it's going to require me to use my biceps that are recovering and the same tendons that I tore apart with my biceps the day before? You see what I mean? So there's a structure to the split. And it's not random. It's not like, well, I gotta make sure I hit everything twice. No, it's deeper than that. How is your last workout and your recovery and all of that gonna affect the next workout's efficiency? You know what I mean? So once I have my leg day and I want to have a good recovery, then boom, then I go the next day and then I do back, right? So I'm doing back and whatever, right? Or if I was doing chest and arms, now I'm going to do back and then shoulders. Back being a pulling movement, and my shoulders a pushing movement. You see what I mean? So now I'm not using the same ligaments, and I'm also not doing the same ligaments 2 days in a row. So it's like a double win. It's a double win. It's really, really strong. So after I do that, then I have a dedicated rest day. So now I have a full rest day. I come back on Monday and I can hit chest again. You see what I mean? But remember, chest and arms, that's my abs, calves, and forearms, all that. Next day is legs with none of that. The next day is going to be back and shoulder and then calves and abs and forearms again. So you see what I mean? So it's like even the calves, abs, and forearms are getting hit 4 times a week, and I'm hitting them every other day. So they get hit, rest day, 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 because even though you aren't getting a full rest day on every other day, right? Because you have to hit legs, right? At least those things are resting. That's why I said you don't hit calves. I know it sounds crazy to not hit calves on leg day, but you have to focus. You have to focus your quads, your hams. You have to blast your quads, hams, adductor, and abductor. Those are the things that you need to do on leg day, you know. But calves are not really. Obviously, they're part of your leg, but they're not like considered part of leg day. And a lot of people say they are, and I'm like, that's not how the old school bodybuilders. That's not how the Olympians. That's not how any of them do that. It's you're doing calves every other day, and you need to make sure that it's not on a leg day. That's pretty much it. That's the split, and that split will give you the maturity, because it's like one thing to just be like a mass monster, or one thing to just be skinny and you've always kind of done a lot of push-ups, so you just kind of like you're skinny with a good chest and arms. That's not bodybuilding, you know what I mean? And to be a bodybuilder, it means you want everything to be proportioned, good. I want my freaking, I want to have a low, BMI and all that. Well, this is a bulk, so I'm gonna be getting fat. You guys are gonna be making fun of me. I'm gonna be chunky. I'm gonna start getting. Everyone's gonna be like, yeah, but he's fat. He's fat. I'm like, they don't get this. They don't get the science. You know what I mean? The science of it is. The science is basically that I need to freaking. I lost my chain of thought. The neighbor's picking up his kid. The sweet science of this whole thing is that you need to make if you're sculpting a sculpture, and you don't want the sculpture to tip over because the top's heavy and the bottom is like can't support the top, right? And you also don't want to have like great calves, right? And really great developed calves, but then like you're so monstrous on top. Even that doesn't look right, because you want everything to be proportionate. Like, let's say you're a skinny boy. Okay, have skinny boy legs. But if you're going to be big on top and have a big chest and have the big arms and be like, yeah, look at me with my abs and my big chest and my big arms, but then, have to wear sweatpants and stuff. Get off my dick. Get off my dick. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't want to, you don't want to be disproportionate. You want to do everything evenly. Make sure everything, like the calves match your forearms, right? Maybe not the same size, right? Like your forearms aren't supposed to be the same size as your calves, so to speak, but they kind of freaking are. I don't know if you see this. Like I got a huge calf. I'm trying to. So I'm saying these are my calves right here. I ain't doing it no justice to make my calves look freaking small here. It's ridiculous. I never had small calves. Oh baby, I see it. Yeah. So. I mean, I'm a big dude or whatever, but like I got the calves, right? You guys seen in my calves, I have ridiculous fucking calves, right? Okay, now but watch this. Do you see my arm? That's called fucking mastery, kid. I'm just kidding. That's called bodybuilding, okay? When your arms get big and your forearm, like you want everything to be like pretty much the same size. Your forearms should be the same size as your calves, kind of like width wise. The girth of your calf is going to be more than your arm, obviously, right? But the width, like that blade, like the width or whatever it is, like what I mean, like that, whatever. That thickness right there is what it should look like when you see the leg. Oh, give it a little bicep flex here. Oh yeah. I'm trying to freaking zoom it out here. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. I don't want to tear up my shirt here. Coin dozer or whatever the hell it is. Yeah, boy. No posing for right now, though. I'll do some posing later. That's gonna be about it for me. I'm gonna go watch some YouTube, relax. I just figured I'd stick around for a little bit longer because we did everything so quick. But all right, that's it for me. I had a good time. See you on the next one. See you on the next one there, buddy. All right, good to go.